Good afternoon, dear Dr. Azman. Yeah, you're welcome. And our first question is, as the president of International Social Security Association, we call it ISSA, what do you see the most pressing global challenges in the field of social security today?
Thank you very much and good afternoon. As you know that when we look at the global challenges of social security or social protection, it is similar or same in most of the countries or same in most of the member countries. You see, we have about 329 institutional member countries which are facing almost the same situation. So let me just go one by one of some of the important challenges. One of it is transformation of social security management, because now the expectation of the social security is different. People want it to be fast, people want it to be very hands-on, and people want it to be efficient. This is one of the challenges that we are facing today. The second challenges that we are facing today is about coverage of the changing of workforce. Today, after COVID, you can see the transformation of working situation moving from formal to informal. You can see there's a lot of gig workers, you can see a lot of platform workers, and people work from home. So the trend of working already totally changed. So this is another areas that we are facing the challenging part of giving the social protection. Thirdly is about social security for a changing life course. So every event in life, from womb to tomb, if accident happen, if death happen, or even if you lose job, or even if you become old, it will cause some vulnerability for you and the family. So this is the third challenges that I think is happening everywhere. Fourthly, we look into the resilience of social security. We must be agile. Social security actually facing major challenges during the COVID, but lucky enough that we are agile, we are very resilient. We managed to go through the process of COVID-19 I think smoothly, and we successfully managed to really continue with the social protection. Last but not least, I think most important is sustainability of the social security fund, which I think most of the countries is facing serious sustainability issue. So now we have to make sure that what more need to be done in terms of making sure that the fund is sustainable to protect the vulnerable group or the workers in future. So this is some of the challenges that I think is very important that everyone need to know that is happening in most of the countries, member countries of ISSA.
Yeah, for sure, definitely, sir. And you are as a president of ISSA, what is your own opinion about how do the ISSA addressing these challenges exactly? How it's trying to solve these challenges and problems?
So there's no one size fits all, but what we are doing in ISSA, since we have our member countries that become the member of ISSA, I think one of the areas that we do is we facilitate in terms of sharing of knowledge between the members. We also come up with guideline, which I think the guideline will be a good reference for member countries to use as their reference in terms of improving and also to face the challenges of what I mentioned, because some countries maybe they have different challenges, but we have come up with quite a number of guidelines that will help the member country. And I think the other important, we also have the business continuity and resilience guideline that we introduced in October 2022. So I think this guideline is very important for some of the challenges I mentioned earlier. And we are also coming up with another guideline, the long-term care, which will be out by the next World Social Security Forum. So I think today in Kazakhstan we discussed about pension reforms, about pension. So this guideline is also important if we are looking at old age care, long-term care, and how to reform the pension system in the member country. So I think this is what ISSA is doing, and as a president, I believe that we need to really work closely within the member countries. We need to even look at some of the improvement of the guideline, and we need to be always accommodative with the member countries in terms of the challenges that they face. Maybe some countries got unique challenges that maybe we have to address differently.
That's exactly. Thank you very much for your very impressive and very interesting for our collaboration. Thank you very much. Well, Professor, I have the second question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Could you tell me, please, dear Dr. Azman, social security systems can be different, can vary significantly from one country to another.
Yeah.
How does the ISSA facilitate knowledge sharing, the exchange of the best practices among its member institutions? What is your personal point of view?
You see, ISSA is a global association with global community. So we leverage from each other's expertise to different platforms. We have our international conference. We have sharing of knowledge from the ISSA Secretariat to the member countries. But we have established, I can share with you 3 of the important platforms that which we can share and also improve in terms of the improvement of the social security of that country. We have first, we channel the information and also collaborate through the regional liaison office and the focal points. That is one of the platform. Secondly, we have our regular regional forum, which I just came back from the American Regional Forum, and it was a tremendous and extremely very informative exchange of ideas between North to South, between Central Americas, and you can see that everyone was really impressed, and is an eye-opener to all the member countries within the region. Then the third platform is the regional priorities reports. So we also come up with the reports of the regional membership countries, and from there we can also pick some of the best practices, some of the good information, challenges facing by the countries and how they manage, and also they mitigate some of what they are facing within the region. So this is what some of the platforms that we use to get the member countries to improve in terms of their knowledge sharing. And most important that I need to share, in ISSA we have 13 technical commission. So we have technical commission such as Technical Commission of Health, Technical Commission of Employment, Technical Commission of Work Injury, Pension, and many more. So all these technical commission will be sharing information, will come up with some of best practices that we will share with all the member countries. So this is some of how knowledge sharing and also some of the changes that the member countries can emulate through the sharing of some of through forum, through regional office, and so on.
Dr. Azman, and the last question for today's our interview, it's looking forward, how do you envision the future of social security, and how will the ISSA continue to adapt and evolve to meet the changing needs of its members and society as a whole?
The most important as an ISSA member, I think we need to be agile. That is very, very important. Then we need to really look into the global challenges that we're going to face in future. So we need to mitigate by now all the challenges that we're going to face. And I think one of the important areas, as you know today, with the rising of moving, the changing of work from formal to informal, and we are moving towards aging society, we are having more elderly, so I think we need to be ready for all this. So this is where ISSA must continuously adapt with the situation. We must understand what is the need of the future challenges which is facing by most of the ISSA member country, and we also must look at how we can improve the activities, and also we need to be adapt to the technology requirement, and we need to transform of all the need by the member countries in future. And moving forward, what I want to share today, ISSA, we started recently, we launched our ISSA Collaborative Innovative Hub. So this is to leverage for ISSA community to organize peer-to-peer learning and project management to implement best practices. So this is some of how that we believe we can move forward and also look into all the challenges that we're going to face and how we can improve further in terms of coverage, in terms of leveraging between all the good practices of within the member countries. And what is important when we talk about social security, it must be adequate, it should be universal, and it must be sustainable. So this is what I've shared recently during the G20 Labour Minister meeting in Indore, India, that these three important elements of social security must be given emphasis to make sure that social protection is for all. Social protection, no one should be left behind of having social protection, which it should start from the cradle to grave.
So as we see, this is the three more important components, as you say.
Yeah.
And dear Dr. Azman, how do you think, it's my own personal question, as a president of ISSA, what is Kazakhstan's role for the future perspective in ISSA, and what can you wish for our citizens? Kazakhstan's role in Kazakhstan?
Yeah, my passion is so much into social protection, but it's not about compensation. When I look into social protection, it must look at human-centric. So it is not just by providing replacement of income, but I always believe social protection should start with prevention. If you fail in prevention, you go for rehabilitation. If rehabilitation doesn't really help you, then you think of compensation. But whatever it is, we need to provide social protection in totality, which means you should prevent them from having accident, and if they need rehabilitation, you should provide the best rehabilitation services for them to reduce their disability and for them to be on their toe again, to serve, to be back to work, or to be in the society. That is social protection.